This week.
Oh, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. Like, a lot.
Welcome back to the sun-kissed, zombified Arizona. Narrated by the unmistakable quips of our dark-humored protagonist, Arizona Sunshine 2 sets you out on an all-new, limb-strewn adventure in search of answers. In a post-apocalyptic world where every bullet counts, experience the thrill of realistic combat as you wield all-new and fan-favorite weapons, from shotguns and machetes to flamethrowers. And what's better than braving the end of the f***ing world? Surviving it with your new best friend, Buddy. Not only is Buddy your four-legged companion through thick and thin, he's also the goodest boy and will help take down those pesky Freds for you. And that's not all, because fan-favorite co-op mode makes its return as well. It looks like developer Vertigo Games is trying to get ahead of the Resident Evil 4 hype, because this week they announced that if you buy the deluxe edition of Arizona Sunshine 2, which unlike the standard edition is 10% off with PlayStation Plus, you'll get to play the game 2 days earlier.
My new best friend, I guess I get a little overprotective. Okay, very overprotective.
Take on the role of the deadly assassin Kenshiro as you travel across feudal Japan to defeat the 6 Oni of Iga, a bandit group spreading chaos across the land. Through a wide variety of weapons, tools, and techniques, you'll infiltrate conquered castles and outwit your enemies as you hunt down each Oni. No assassin is complete though without a wide set of tools at their disposal. Customize your arsenal as you see fit before each mission, with blades, grenades, mines, arrows, blowguns, pistols, and more. Whether you want to make it through unscathed and unseen, or want to face your enemies head-on with style, your choices are always supported. The ancient dungeon is known throughout the land, a place of malice and danger to all but a few brave souls. These men and women, adventurers, explorers, even scholars, enter the dungeon in pursuit of legendary fortunes and objects of immense power, all believing themselves more capable than those who have gone before, but few return. All dungeons you encounter in your playthrough are randomly generated and filled with traps, secrets, semi-bosses, and tons of different kinds of loot. The deeper you go, the more dangerous the enemies and environment will get. Go. Survival is just the beginning. 6 years have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. Leon S. Kennedy, one of the survivors, tracks the president's kidnapped daughter to a secluded European village where there's something terribly wrong with the locals. And this week, after months of waiting, Capcom finally revealed that the VR mode for Resident Evil 4 Remake will be out this week on December 8th. It's free DLC for anyone who already owns the game on PlayStation. And better yet, there's a free demo for anyone that's somehow uncertain whether they should be picking this up or not. Masato Kumazawa, producer over at Capcom, stated, "I'm actually jealous of anyone who gets to experience the game this way for the first time. I know I waited to play Remake this way. Did you?"
I'm just gonna have to stab you. Ugh. I mean, you started it. I will f*** you up. You.
Originally slated for November, it looks like the team over at Triangle Factory hit a last-minute snag when porting their 5v5 shooter Breachers over to PlayStation VR2. According to developers, the QA process is taking a bit longer than expected, and they'll announce a new release date soon.
In the sands of history, humanity has carved its story, a tale of relentless pursuit for understanding.
Enter a reality beyond your own with VECTORBALL, an exhilarating first-person dodgeball-style shooter, designed to challenge not only your reflexes, but also your perception of reality. Here the line between digital and the physical world blurs, drawing you into a realm where your deepest thoughts are as real as the ground beneath your feet. Experience fully destructible levels, variable physics, and abilities that break the laws of the universe in this first-person roguelike adventure.
The game is set. The question remains,
after the insanity of December's onslaught of ninjas, zombies, and first-person VR bloodshed, something a little more laid back actually sounds nice. And what if that something was made by ex-Superhot developers? Well, then you'd have Toy Trains VR. The challenges are open-ended, and each board has multiple possible solutions, so you can let your imagination loose and never feel stuck. After you solve a board, get creative with decorating it, progress with every step, and set up more and more complex routes each time, when this cozy VR game hits PSVR2 on January 16th. On December 6th, the folks over at Upload VR will be doing their annual Winter VR Showcase, likely showing off a bunch of new VR games and updates on previously announced games. There's certain to be some PlayStation VR2 games at the show, as already announced by sponsor Perp Games, which means that we'll be streaming it over here on Without Parole as well. The show starts at Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, although we'll likely be kicking it off with a pre-show with some predictions, about 30 minutes before that. Every week, our good friend Professor Lilith organizes a multiplayer meetup over on our Discord. It happens every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and this week we'll be playing 10-player PvP shooter PAVLOV. If you can't make this week's meetup, don't worry, it happens every Sunday at the same time, so make sure you click the link in the description below. Come join our Discord.
This week